Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a situation to talk about because I truly believe the next 24 hours are going to be incredibly interesting for Caitlin Clark. If you've spent any time on social media since the game ended, you've probably already seen the reactions pouring in. Some fans are defending her, while others are criticizing the way she handled herself after the final buzzer. Either way, people are talking, and this story is only getting bigger. Now, before anyone rushes to judge Caitlin Clark, let's be fair about the entire situation. We've watched questionable officiating all season long. There have been plenty of moments where fans felt the WNBA referees missed obvious calls or allowed the game to become far more physical than it should have been. When a player feels like people are constantly being allowed to bump you, grab you, and hit you without consequences, how would you react? Would you simply stay quiet and pretend nothing was happening? That's the question a lot of fans are asking today. Some believe Caitlin Clark finally reached her breaking point after dealing with the same issues over and over again. Remember, Caitlin comes from Iowa, and while basketball there is highly competitive, this level of constant physical play is something entirely different. Throughout her rookie season, she's had to adjust not only to the speed of the professional game, but also to the intensity that comes with it. At some point, every competitor reaches a moment where enough is enough. Whether people agree with the way she expressed her frustration or not, one thing is certain. She wasn't pretending everything was fine. She stood up for herself, knowing full well that doing so could bring criticism and possibly even a fine. That's a risk every professional athlete understands before speaking publicly. The media is almost certainly going to dissect every word Caitlin Clark said over the next several hours. Debate shows, social media, and sports outlets will be discussing it nonstop. And yes, there's a real possibility the league decides to fine her for her comments. Either way, we'll see how it unfolds. Caitlin Clark is not happy. Caitlin Clark appeared visibly frustrated, and many fans believe she was upset with Stephanie White for continuing to substitute her out of games. It seems like every time Caitlin Clark finds her rhythm, she's taken off the floor. Many fans believe those substitutions are affecting her game. They argue that it's difficult for any player to stay in rhythm when they're constantly being taken in and out of the lineup. Some fans are saying it's time to let Caitlin Clark play through those stretches without constantly pulling her from the game. Others believe that if the coaching staff isn't going to fully utilize her, then perhaps she'd be better off in a different situation where she can play her game freely. Shout out to Tony East for always posting the full context instead of cutting clips to fit a narrative. Let's roll it.
Sophie, I'll start with you. This 75 is tied for the lowest you guys have scored in the game all year. Offensively, where did you feel like you guys struggled to get going?
Man, I think we had a little bit of too many turnovers. They definitely slowed the pace down, and at the end of the day, we got to play what works for us. We got to keep our pace high. We got to play our defensive schemes, take care of business on the defensive end, get boards, and run. That's what we're good at. We have great people who are awesome in the open court, and so I just think we lacked pace tonight, honestly.
Caitlin, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset, and then you hopped into the back?
That hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that, and then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. That's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you went up to him?
I initiated the contact, which is fine. You can't need me in the leg. Knock me over.
Caitlin, what do you think they did just defensively to make it a little tougher tonight than usual?
Yeah, I mean, I got some good looks. Obviously, it's hard. I think I played 10 minutes in the first half. I was just struggling a little bit to find a flow, and they're in my grill. They're probably the best defensive team in the league. They're really good at that. They do what they do. And I had some good looks that didn't go down, and then, I shot some tougher looks too, but I thought I finally kind of played with a little bit more pace and a little bit more burst, especially down the stretch in the fourth, but hopefully I don't have to keep playing 25 minutes.
Well, speaking of that, as far as the confusion goes, it seems like
we'll just rub it out.
She's fine.
Yeah. Go knuckles on it and call it a day.
On the other end of the floor, Golden State 17 of 25 in the paint. Sophie, I guess what were the issues on that end?
You know, I mean, they're a really good team. They have an offense and they stick with their offense, and they have fast guards. They have great spacing. They really are a very fundamental team on both sides of the ball, and that's a tough matchup for anybody. But honestly, at the end of the day, we have to stick to our schemes. We got to stick to our scout. We have to do what works for us, and I think we got away with, or we just didn't, live up to the standard tonight. We had a long West Coast trip, and I think our legs are a little tired, and I think a lot of people saw that, but we had a slow start. The second unit came out and let their second unit kind of go off, and I'll own that for the second unit because we have to go out there and set the tone, but we just weren't good enough tonight.
Yeah, just for either of you, Steph talked a lot after the Las Vegas game about consistency, and it seems like it wasn't there tonight. Just what do you guys need to do to become a more consistent team?
Yeah, I think the difference was we played right into what they wanted to do. They're last in the league in pace. We're first in the league in pace. We scored 75 points. They scored 88. We just did what they wanted to. We didn't dominate in that area, but it's also hard to play with pace when you're not creating turnovers, you're not getting deflections, you're not getting stops. I feel like that's kind of what allowed us to make a run there in the third and the fourth. Is we finally got stops and we were pushing in transition. They're a great half-court defensive team. They're hard to score on. That's just reality, and they do things really well. They're really athletic. They rotate really well. But we still beat them from the three-point line, and that's their game. So it's got to be the other areas. Like Sophie said, I think we had 22 points. They had 22 points off of our turnovers. That's a huge difference in the game right there. Got to be able to take care of the ball, and we can't let teams dictate how the game's going to go. We need to be the ones dictating.
So Caitlin Clark just admitted that she got a contusion in her leg from that play. So Caitlin Clark is letting us know she got hurt, bro. And she's mad as hell. Kudos to Caitlin Clark. I don't care what anybody says because I know people are going to get mad at this. But for her to come out and say she has a contusion in her leg, oh my God, bro, shout out to her, because she's probably going to get fined, but she decided she was going to speak her mind anyway. She said, hopefully I don't have to keep playing 25 minutes. I played only 10 minutes in the first half. I can't get any damn rhythm. Stephanie White, can you stop playing games now? Whoever keeps making these decisions on the medical staff, can you stop playing games now? She's sick and tired of it. Enough is enough. What are y'all doing, man? This franchise is a joke. This franchise is a clown show. And as far as I'm concerned, she needs to get the hell out of there. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Seriously, quick, fast, and in a hurry. This is BS what's going on, and I'm sick and tired of it. I know you're sick and tired of it, and Caitlin Clark is very, very sick and tired of it. She even appeared to refuse to give Stephanie White a high five while walking off the court. We'll get into that in a minute. She's frustrated. You can almost understand the frustration. It's like, first of all, if I pass the ball, I know I'm not getting it back because Kelsey Mitchell is going to shoot every single time she touches it. Now I'm only playing 3 minutes here, 4 minutes there. I have to rush and force my offense because I know I'm coming right back out. I've got a coach sabotaging me. I've got an organization sabotaging me. This is frustrating. She's frustrated, man. Enough is enough. Then you've got these trash referees who don't call any fouls. I mean, it's ridiculous. Caitlin Clark stated that it took her a minute to find a flow. Before that, she stated that she only played 10 minutes. That right there lets me know Caitlin Clark is getting frustrated with this load management restriction because Caitlin Clark is the type of player who has to get in rhythm. She stated it herself. She can't get in the flow. She can't even find her shot. And people wonder why. What did Caitlin Clark have tonight, points-wise? I think she had like 13 points, but how many attempts was it? How many attempts did Caitlin Clark have? Let me get this pulled up for you guys real quick because I want to show y'all something. So let me blow this up all the way. So Caitlin Clark played a total of 26 minutes. She stated she played only about 10 minutes in the first half, right? She only had 13 points. She was 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. So she had a total of 22 shot attempts. Caitlin Clark is a player who needs way more than 22 damn shot attempts, bro. Like, what are we saying here? She can't even get in rhythm. She had a -8 in plus-minus tonight. She cannot play under these damn conditions, I promise you. She can't get it done in no way, shape, or form or fashion. We are not going to see logo Caitlin with these performances. Caitlin is sick of Indiana, bro. She is tired of playing 25 minutes. Bro, Caitlin is signaling to us, bro. Y'all see the smile on her face? Y'all see the smile on her face. She said, hopefully I can stop playing 25 minutes. Caitlin knows that they're sabotaging her. Caitlin just stated that they're sabotaging her with a little smirk. Caitlin is finna leave Indiana. I am effing convinced. Excuse my language. Look at her face. She knows they're sabotaging her. And now on the play she's talking about, you're going to see Caitlin Clark absolutely lose it. She completely lost her composure there. And I will say this, I believe it was 100% a foul that should have been called. Now, I don't think Caitlin Clark should have gone off on the referee the way she did, but at the same time, the official missed an obvious call. Call the damn foul. Like I said, what you're seeing is a microcosm of everything Caitlin Clark has been dealing with. She's frustrated with everything surrounding her at this point. In her mind, it's probably something like this. I've got Kelsey Mitchell not passing me the ball. I've got Amber Cox and Kelly Krauskopf running the front office. I've got referees missing foul calls. I've got hit pieces being written about me. I've got smear campaigns going on. And the medical staff keeps managing my minutes even though I've been saying for over a week and a half that I'm ready to go. The frustration is clearly building. That's what you're seeing right there. Pure frustration. Now, I have to be honest, she was lucky she didn't get a technical foul on that play. She definitely could have been assessed a technical. At the same time, I understand why she was upset. Look at the play. The defender is hand-checking her before she even gets to her spot. That's a foul. Then they go to the other end of the floor and call a much softer foul. That's the inconsistency that frustrates players and fans alike. You can also see Caitlin Clark running gingerly after the play, which suggests she was still feeling the effects of the injury. The officials have to make those foul calls when they happen. After that sequence, she headed towards the tunnel for a moment, seeming to try and walk it off. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is fed up. She's frustrated beyond belief. You can see it in her body language. She's tired of dealing with the same issues over and over again. But I'll be honest, you can absolutely get a technical foul for reacting the way she did. She was fortunate the officials decided not to call one. So after watching everything that happened, you can clearly see Caitlin Clark is frustrated. When she came off the floor, it didn't look like she wanted anything to do with Stephanie White. You could see it in her body language. She wasn't smiling, she wasn't celebrating, and she didn't seem interested in any interaction. That's the part that has everybody talking right now. Think about what happened during the game. Caitlin Clark helped bring this team back in the third quarter. The game was down to a one-possession difference, and then she gets substituted out. After that, Ty Harris comes into the game, and Caitlin Chen catches fire, scoring 11 straight points in the third quarter. You can understand why people are questioning that decision. Just look at Caitlin Clark's reaction. She looks beyond frustrated. She doesn't appear interested in giving Stephanie White a dap or acknowledging her. That's the image that's making the rounds online, and fans are reading a lot into it. At this point, the entire situation feels like it's reached a breaking point. It isn't good for anybody involved. It isn't good for Caitlin Clark, and it isn't good for Stephanie White either. When people keep talking about the same issues after every game, something has to change. Whether that means a different coaching approach or something else, it's obvious that fans believe the situation can't continue the way it has. Caitlin Clark doesn't look happy right now. She looks frustrated, and you can see it every time the cameras show her. Then you add everything else people have been talking about, the referees, the coaching decisions, and teammates not always moving the ball the way fans would like. All of that has become part of the conversation surrounding the WNBA and Caitlin Clark this season. So that was Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham speaking to the media. What do you guys think? Do you think Caitlin Clark is reaching her limit in Indiana? Let me know down in the comments section. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.